Hi, I'm Ashley Graham, and this is everything I eat in a day. The first thing I do when I wake up is, well, I don't set an alarm because Isaac is my alarm, and it's this little baby monitor, and all of a sudden around 6 o'clock, I hear, wah, wah, and I go and I get Isaac, and then we come back to bed and we have snuggles and I feed him in bed. And then we usually turn on Maverick City Christian worship music. It's like rock music, and he jams out for like a good 15 minutes. And then that's when I go into the kitchen. I am a high caffeine coffee drinker. I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I have 3 to 4 cups a day. Do not judge me. Do not come for me in the comments. It is my life. I drink about a gallon of water a day to, counteract all the caffeine. I'm not a tea girl. I take my coffee hot and black. Sometimes I go out for a special coffee, like a latte with oat milk. My favorite coffee place down the street is called Butler. I live in Dumbo. So good. In the morning, I eat breakfast right away. I am a big breakfast eater. Also, I'm breastfeeding, and we have to take in so many calories when we're breastfeeding, so I feel like a bottomless pit at all times. Usually, I make scrambled eggs, and that's also what Isaac eats as well. What I like to do is I like to take out this little frying pan, and I spray a little bit of coconut oil on it, just a little bit. And I take 2 eggs, put them in, put some oat milk in, season it with a little Himalayan sea salt, and then I scramble it in the pan while it's getting hot. I kind of like them runny, and the oat milk brings this fluffiness to it. Oh, it is so good. And at the same time, I'm putting in a gluten-free bread. I am obsessed with bread, but recently I cut gluten out. Game changer. If you are tired and your joints hurt, just cut out gluten for a couple of days. I saw the difference immediately. So I like to put a little bit of dairy-free butter on my toast. I kind of go a little bit ham because in my head I'm like, it's not real butter, it's dairy-free butter. It's the same calories, whatever. And then I put my eggs on top and I eat it like an open-faced sandwich. Oh, and then at the same time, I don't really ever sit down because I have a little baby that's usually watching Moana in a high chair, and then I'll probably be making my second cup of coffee. And depending on if I want to have a juice, I love the brand Natalie's. It's like this perfect, little bit of tartness. That's my morning breakfast. And then I can get my day started, which means I'm probably going straight to the computer and I'm answering emails after emails because I like to get my work done in the morning so I feel much more accomplished at the end of the day. And a lot of what I've been doing right now is my podcast, pretty big deal, prepping for it, getting ready for my interviews, researching who I actually want to be interviewing. For days on set, what I'll do is my favorite bone broth is from this place in New York called Broth. It is so yummy. I keep them in my freezer. So I'll pop one of those in my bag. When I'm there, I'll maybe have someone order me a gluten-free cookie. And that's kind of like what I'll have on set to keep my energy up. And I'll probably have another coffee. Some other snacks that I like to have on set nearby when I'm working are peanut M&Ms, specifically peanut M&Ms. They warm my heart. And avocado with sea salt and a little bit of olive oil. Oh, the creaminess of the avocado. Speaking of snacks, I love anything uber wet, cold, and crunchy. So where were we? Lunch. Usually what I eat for lunch, I will have a Sweetgreen salad. When I was pregnant, I thought that I was gonna be craving mac and cheese, fried chicken, all of my indulgences, but I just needed a big ol' Sweetgreen salad, sometimes 2 for lunch when I was pregnant, but now that I'm not eating for 2, I just have 1. I usually like to have a romaine lettuce, Parmesan chips with an avocado, chicken, carrots, cucumber, a honey mustard, or a spicy chipotle dressing. I'm really thinking about this because now my mouth is watering and I might need a Sweetgreen salad. So dinner. Usually I'm having dinner around 6 p.m. That's also by the nature of the fact that Isaac goes down around 8 p.m. My friends call it the early bird special or Granny's Delight. You can always find a reservation at 6 p.m. in New York City, but also I just feel better when I eat early, and then that way later if I'm gonna have a little snack, I can have something light, but I don't feel like I'm heavy when I go to bed. I don't cook, so I'm kind of at the mercy of whoever's around me to cook for me or delivery. But my husband, oh, God bless Justin, because he can cook. Woo, woo. For the first 2 weeks after I had Isaac, we ate the same thing every day. Creatures of habit. But we had lamb stew every night, and it is unbelievable. It takes 2 hours to make. He cooks it all on the stove, and it's like lamb, purple potatoes, whole garlic, and then he puts it in the oven for an hour and a half. And when it comes out, it kind of is like, you have to stir it because it looks kind of gross, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh. But it's super delicious, super filling, and especially after you have a baby, they say to eat lots of like really hot nutritional food. And the meat that we get is from my favorite butcher in Park Slope called Fleischer's. They've got a farm upstate. We know where the animals came from. And I really love their butchery. So on nights that aren't, you know, we don't have 2 hours to make a lamb stew. And when I say we, I mean Justin, he'll make this thing called General Chicken. And it's not General's chicken like Chinese food. It's just called General Chicken because it's literally just General Chicken on the stovetop with garlic, salt, and pepper. I think like he adds chicken stock and it just makes the chicken so moist on the inside. And we'll call it a night. We'll try to be super healthy in the evenings because I probably ate way too many peanut M&Ms throughout the day. On Thursday nights, Justin and I do date night because, you know, to have a happy marriage, you do date nights. I will treat myself to 2 tequilas, 2 margaritas. Oh, I love I love the salt around the rim. I love the tartness with the sweetness. Sometimes I'll do a mezcal if I feel a little smoky, but usually I just like to stick to like a regular tequila. I don't have a favorite brand yet, but you know, maybe I'll be like many of the other men and make my own. Okay, just putting that out there. Then we go to Almar usually, which is my favorite local restaurant in Dumbo. And I always get the bronzino filleted with a side of broccoli. And I start with the endive salad. Oh, the crunch. It's like a cucumber. Freaking love cucumbers. It's just so good. I'm not gonna lie. I do order it out like probably 3 times a week. It's amazing. My favorite food city has to be Calabria, Italy. Justin's family lives in the south of Italy and they live in this little town called Calabria. Oh my, I mean, just like literally like anything you can think of that has to do with Italy, they make it homemade right there in the little beach house. So my absolutely favorite thing to eat is the cannolis. Get this, it's a hot summer day. So we're sitting on their porch, we're looking at the beach, it's gorgeous. And a guy rolls up in a Vespa and he knocks on the door and just hands Justin's cousin a bag. And it's the cream that goes inside of the cannoli. And he puts it in the freezer and he's like, that's what we'll have tonight. So after we have our big ass dinner and my stomach is like out to here full, we then like just engorge on these cannolis and you make them yourself and you know that I go in. So the next morning we have it with breakfast. And now I invented my own way of eating the cannoli for breakfast and I was putting it on watermelon. Call me crazy, but it was like a miracle of explosions in my mouth. And I can't wait to go back to Italy next year. For late night snacking, I'll give Isaac a bath, I'll put him down, and then I have some me time. So that's usually when I'll either pull out my frozen dark chocolate out of my freezer because I think that dark chocolate frozen is the best. And I'll just do a little, just break it off, suck on it. Oh, I love it. And one of my favorite things to eat is sliced apples, pink ladies, exactly pink ladies, drizzled with peanut butter on top. I mean, it is so good. And that is everything I eat in a day. Make sure you go and check out my podcast, season 3, Pretty Big Deal. You can watch and listen to it wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. Thanks for watching.